I got to get my bulbs checked, man. What's going on, good people? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I bring you gun content that everybody can relate to. If this is your first time here and you enjoy this video, leave me a thumbs up and smash that sub button. And if you're returning to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Now, this thing is a little small to be anybody's bodyguard, if you ask me. Today, we're here to talk about the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. I know. I'm late to the party. Is that what you would say? This was chambered in .380. This gun's been around for a while, so I'm doing this because I was curious about it, and I've had several people ask me about it, so I wanted to get my hands on it so that we can come on here and talk about it. What is this gun for and who is it for? So obviously it's a self-defense gun, a micro compact. So that's like smaller than your Glock 19, smaller than, you know, your Canik MC9 primes and stuff like that. A little bit smaller, more like compared to like a P365. This to me is more of like a pocket rocket, something that you grab quick. I'm running to the store, I get me a pocket holster similar to this one that we'll talk about more in the video. I could slide that bad boy in there, put it in my pocket, and I'm gone. .380 is chambered in .380. Will .380 work? Short answer, yes. Long answer, hell yes. .380 will work. I know this for a fact. I know that the round is capable. Do I recommend it? To each his own, right? That's your choice if you choose to carry that round, if you're not comfortable with 9mm, but you know, at the end of the day, 9 is the all-around round. It's a smaller gun, even when I get my normal grip, but it's big enough that I can get my normal grip on it, right? So people have been asking me things about this, like how does it recoil? Is it reliable? How does it shoot? Can you hit the target with something so small? All those general questions. So we'll kind of go over that today. We're gonna go out to the range. I'll let you kind of see my range experience with it, and I'm gonna run it through my practical rating scale. Basically, we rate 10 different categories, 1 through 10, to come up with an overall score. And it's all based on just practical things that we'll get into after we come back from the range. So y'all follow me out here, and then we'll be back to talk about it. So I got the Bodyguard 2.0 right here. Let y'all get a little close up of it. It's empty. Small gun, man. So just looking at it on my hand, pretty small. And this will be my first shots with it. It's chambered in .380. I'm just gonna take some shots to the A zone here from about 5 yards. This is pretty up close and personal. I'll talk about this later in the video, what I think it's really for, but you know, you ain't going to no battle with this thing, man. So it's got 10 round capacity. This will be my very first shots with it. And I'm gonna just see what I could do to the A zone at 5 yards. I'm 5 yards away. Like I say, this is my first shots. The slide, a little tough, be hot. This is the non-safety version. 5 to the A zone. I'll let you know what the recoil feels like. So I'm gonna hold it my normal way. I'll show you guys this in a second, but let's just look at it. Okay, make safe. Let's walk down and see what that looked like, those 5 shots that I just took from 5 yards. As y'all can see right here. At least I thought I was. I'm empty. So we'll go and look at that group as well. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I didn't have 10 rounds in there. So that was the first group here, and that was the second group at 5. In terms of the recoil, I feel like it recoils a little bit more than I expected. I'm not gonna lie, especially for a .380. But it is a smaller gun, but it's not recoil heavy. I do a weekly live stream every Wednesday night, so if you subscribe, turn on your notifications, you can check us out. It's just community discussion. We talk about different stuff. In one of my recent live streams, I was talking about this Bodyguard 2.0. And it was so funny because one of the guys in there said, his shoots to the left. And we joked about it, boy. We was giving him hell about that because it was so funny. Like maybe your eyes left or something like that. But my first two groups are to the left. That's weird. But anyway, now I'm backed up to 7 yards. I just did 2 groups of 5. I actually marked them off and I'll show it to you. I actually got 10 rounds in here this time and not 9. And we at 7 yards. I'm gonna still try to stay in that A zone and see how we hitting. See if we still hitting left. Whew, that is funny. Let me go down here and show you something. So I'm guessing it had to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one of these. But I was aiming over here. I got to get my bulbs checked, man. Keep in mind, these ain't meant to be precision guns, right? This is a defense up close and personal gun. So at 5 and 7 yards, I'm still in the A zone, right? I'm still in a good, hit zone. So yeah, it ain't, quarter tight groups, but it's still hitting where it needs to hit. But I think I should be able to control the accuracy a little better, and that's going to take some practice. So in most cases, the reason we buy these is for convenience, right? It's not how dope the trigger is, any of that other stuff. So I want to show y'all the holster that I use for it, which is this Kydex. It's a pocket holster. I'm not sure who makes this, but I like it. It's pretty cool. I picked it up from the store that I got the firearm from. You put the firearm into the holster. It's got this claw that kind of keeps it in your pocket so the holster don't come out really easy. And then it's got this little ledge right here, which is a thumb ledge. So when you draw, right, you just press down on that thumb ledge and pull the firearm out. I'm going to draw from the pocket a couple times and just to see if I can get on target. I'm not going to try to be fast or anything. I'm just going to do it. So the gun is in my pocket right now, and it really don't look obvious. You don't really see much or nothing, and I kind of got on a young shirt, my breast show, everything. Like if I was there and I had to go in my pocket, grab this out, and take a shot. Let me go and show you where I just hit. This is that shot right here. Just drawing from the pocket, shooting with one hand. All right, we empty. Let's go down and see where these shots was landing. Wow, that's not bad for point and shoot. I feel really good about that. 1, 2, 3. I know these 2 shots were already there. This 4, 5, 6, 7. That is pretty good for some point and shoot action. Big shout out to my homie Guy Gamage. I'm using his targets today. He gave me a whole bunch of these targets, so I use them a lot at the range now. It's the Gamunition targets. Y'all have to check in with him to see where to get those from. What I'm about to do now is I'm gonna go back to about 5, we'll do 7 yards. We're gonna do 7 yards. And what I'm gonna do is try to aim at the yellow dot right here with this little small ass gun and my bad bulbs. And we shooting iron sights. This is not meant to be a precision gun, of course, but I wanna see how close. Let me try 5 shots to the left with my regular form, shooting with 2 hands, and then I'm gonna do 5 on the right, shooting with 1 hand. So let's see how this goes. 2 hands. That went really low. That was a lot better. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to the right side with 1 hand. Let's go down and see what we got. 2 hands. I shot 1 here. I think I must have took 6 shots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's those. And then with 1 hand, 1, 2,
3, 4. That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe it could be my grip. Whoa. Got it. Miss. Miss. Got it. Ah.
So I had a pretty good time with this at the range. The recoil for me, it was actually a little more snappy than I anticipated it, because I thought it was just going to be a real soft shoot, you know, being 380. Little did I know. So it does pop a little bit more than, you know, so if you're used to shooting something like a 22, it pops a little bit more than that. But it's not something that you need to write home about and be like, oh, hell no, I don't want to touch that. Because I've shot some guns that even with my gorilla paws make me be like, oh, hell, like a Hellcat, for instance. I don't like. So anyway, overall, it does what it's supposed to do. That's kind of what I got from it. And I'm going to take it through my rating scale, my practical rating scale, and basically it's 10 categories that we rate from 1 to 10, and we'll just go through those, and I'll tell you what the 10 are, and then we'll jump right into the scores for each one. So the 10 categories are packaging, build quality, features, the trigger, performance, availability, the usage, aftermarket support, reliability, and bang for your buck. And my practical rating system is based on what it is, on the actual firearm itself. So this is a micro compact meant to be a defense pocket rocket style gun, chambered in 380. That's what we're basing it off of. So it's not, you know, being scored like a 2011 or AR-15, right? It's based off exactly what it is. So let's get into the scoring for each category, and you'll have my final thoughts at the end. So we're gonna start out with packaging. This is the packaging. This is what it comes in. For packaging, I gave it a 7.5. It basically just comes in the Smith & Wesson box. You get 2 magazines, your manual, the normal stuff. Build quality, another 7.5. The build quality on these is what they're supposed to be: a polymer firearm with a metal slide, and basically a 380 chambered gun. There's nothing special about the build quality, and it doesn't feel cheap or anything. It feels the way it's supposed to feel, but I still scored it, 7.5 out of 10. Features. It does have some decent features though, because one thing I did like a lot is the trigger safety that's on here. I like the texturing, and it's got your thumb texturing on both sides, even for wrong-handed people. The sights aren't bad at all. It's got a microfiber front sight with a blacked out rear, but nonetheless, I gave features a 7.5 as well. Trigger. Now for me, this trigger works just fine, right? I'll show you guys the trigger here. Basically, take up, define wall, decent break, a little travel, reset. Trigger's okay. Trigger I gave a 7 out of 10. It's not terrible. It's fine for a defense trigger, but nothing to write home about. It's not supposed to be a 2-pound trigger. It is what it is. Performance. I gave performance a 7. And the reason being because you're not going to be pinpoint accurate with this unless you got tons of practice and a bunch of rounds down range. But you can stay on target with it. It's a little bit more snappy than I expected to be a 380, but nothing to panic about. So it can be shot by any ladies or new shooters. As long as they get a proper grip on it, you'll be just fine. Just keep in mind it's going to be snappier than the size would suggest. Availability. Availability, I gave it a 9. You could pretty much find these anywhere. Damn, they could have gave it a 10, because I see them everywhere I go. Every gun shop, every pawn shop, online. Usage. I gave usage a 7, only because the usage is so limited. You're going to slide it in your pocket, run to the gas station, to the grocery store, or when you just don't feel like putting your host on, you can just grab it real quick, Boom, slide in your pocket, roll out. It's an up close and personal pistol, but I gave it a 7 for usage, okay? Aftermarket support, I gave it an 8. You can actually get +2 base plates for this thing. I'm pretty sure you can change the sights out, but there's not a lot of things that you would use, but it's Smith & Wesson. So there's gonna be stuff. Once these guns get popular like this, like similar to the 365, you'll be able to find a ton of aftermarket parts for it or whatever you needed. So I gave aftermarket support an 8. Reliability. I can only give you reliability up until the point of this video. So for me, I give reliability a 9. I didn't have any malfunctions or anything, but I have seen other videos where people said that maybe a particular ammo didn't run in it. So I shouldn't ding it for that, honestly, but I did give it a 9, so I'm gonna stand on what I said. But I also did not run a ton of different ammo through it. I ran some hollows and maybe 2 other brands, but I didn't go all out on different brands. I didn't even run my mixed bag through it because I did not have a lot of 380. Last but not least, bang for your buck. Bang for your buck, 9.5. I think it's priced very well. You can find these things pretty darn affordable. Check around for it. I don't like to spill a lot of pricing on YouTube because they get funny about that, but you'll find it to be price friendly. So with all of that added up, the score is a 79. So 79 puts it right at the top of a solid firearm. That's pretty fair too. I mean, just looking at the score and where it came out at, I think that is pretty fair. Let me know if you own a 2.0 and what you think about it and what your experience has been and how many rounds do you have through it. Let me know if you think the 380 round is capable. Anything else that you may have that you could lend to the comments to help other people that may have watched this video would be awesome. Do me a favor, stay solid. It's free. Defend what you love.